I'm not sure how good it'll capture, but between these private properties where I'm hauling today, there's this really cool area here. I'll show you this side first. The sun is setting. I was hoping to get it earlier, but the video messed up. So it comes through to here, and then it looks out over here. Isn't that cool? There's another section too I'll show you. Way out there is Lake Superior. It's pretty cool. Between the private properties. It's a really nice area there. Bunch of camps here. This river crosses the highway too. It's a pretty neat little spot. Ooh, and the wind is blowing straight through it. I don't lose the dog out the window. Yeah. And look at this. Isn't this wicked? Is that the coolest thing or what? And way out there, you can see Lake Superior. And if the video would have worked earlier, the waves were huge out there. But that's Lake Superior. Sorry about the wind noise, but it's blowing straight in my window. Pretty cool, eh? Think he wants to run? It's a night run, but seriously, it's only 6:30. Ah, focus! Moon is really bright. Well, that was neat. I just learned that I can start the video simply by touching the volume up button, which I promptly just did accidentally. Huh. Neat. So today, these seeds that I planted on the 18th, it's I think the 26th maybe today. I'm going to check if any are germinating, and I picked up these little cheapy pots because I'm running out of all my good pots to be able to put these in, any that sprout. So we'll do that. But I noticed that there's a time limit on my phone, so I can't tell what it is in the mirror there. So I just added another log to the fire. I'm gonna just wait a little bit for it to warm up here, and I'm missing something anyway. What am I missing? Well, I think I have everything. There should be enough soil there. It's like super nice out too. It's minus whatever. It's like -4 or 5. But the sun is shining really nice, so it's warming everything up. Yeah. I wonder if there's a button that stops this too. Oops. Putting my hand right in front of everything. So yeah, so when you put the seeds up to light, you can see that there's some germinated ones in there. And the Dawn Redwoods, same thing. You can see that some have germinated there. So I have to clear the memory on my phone. There's my outdoor trees. Because I only have 6 minutes of video left, so I'm gonna have to go clear that first, and then we'll come back in and do this. That'll give the fire some time to warm this place up more so I can take my jacket off. Ooh, I can make some tea. Okay, so it's now warm enough in here that I can take my jacket off. Still needs to warm up a little bit for me though, but we're good. The dog is tied up outside, so I don't have to keep checking on him, even though it's fun to watch him play with his toy. So we're going to check if any of my seeds sprouted. I also have, I know it looks weird, my kids for some reason wanted to eat a lemon. I don't know, kids just do stuff like that. My husband went and got like a whole pack of lemons. It could be like 6 or 8 of them. And they actually had seeds. So I'm going to plant these today too. And I do my citrus seeds a certain way, so that was interesting to see. I'm running out of my good pots. Actually, I think, well, there's only these ones left. I gotta go get some more of these. I really love how these drain and sit on the ground, so I gotta get some more sizes of these. I'm completely out of them. Yeah. So these were put in here on the 18th and not cold stratified. My seeds that I cold stratified, nothing has come up yet since I've taken them out. But the first ones that I planted took 10 days. Took 10 days to come up out of the soil, so I'm still giving them time. I'll also show you later, I've got a third Dawn Redwood coming up from the first batch. So these ones are the Dawn Redwoods. And I have nowhere to put all this stuff. We'll just have a look-see here. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah. So now I know I can start recording with the volume up button and stop recording with the volume down button. I gotta figure out how to do zooming in and out and all that kind of stuff. There must be a way to do it. Wonder if there's like voice commands or something. That'd be pretty cool, eh? So for now, hopefully you guys can see, make sure it doesn't slip off. I've got this one sprouted, this one sprouted, this one sprouted, and it looks like this one's just starting. This one appears to be just starting too, but I think I'll leave it in the paper towel. I just have to watch. Somebody came in the driveway. Oh, they saw the dog. Okay. Just have to make sure. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 out of 6 of the Dawn Redwoods sprouted with the paper towel method, not stratified. So in actuality, in the first batch, not stratified, I've got 3 of 5 that came out. So the Dawn Redwoods actually so far are doing better not stratified than cold stratified. So I guess I'll keep popping those up just with soaking them. And then maybe this paper towel method seems to work pretty good. Yeah, I might have to go get more soil. I didn't think that many had popped up. Oh. There it is. Ah! I'm not organized. All right, now I can water these without worrying about spillage and leakage. Now, Dawn Redwoods I know like to be wet. So I make sure the soil is nice and wet before I add them in there. Plus, a full thing, once it's wet, goes down quite a bit too. I don't have a scoop. All right. Yeah, okay, that's too wet now. It's mud. It's not too wet for them. They will be fine. Okay. All right. Tree seed number 1. Now, when these little guys send out their little first root. It has all these little hairs on it that grip. That's why, if you see, can you see? No, I can't see. So when I try and grab it off of here, that it's gripping the paper towel. And that's those little hairs. You don't want to break any of those little hairs off. It's best if, I don't have a pair of scissors here, do I? It's best if you just tear the paper towel instead of ripping those little hairs. That's what it uses to hold itself in while it pushes out of the soil. Otherwise it would just flip over. So we want to keep that as intact as possible. There. So I'll take that whole little piece of paper towel and everything with it. It'll degrade pretty quickly, so it's all good. I'll put it down into the hole so it looks just like as if it was coming up on its own. And put the soil around it, making sure it has good contact. I'm using my tree mix, so there's a lot of big pieces in here. I just have to be careful not to harm it. Okay. Hopefully that'll do. And my dog is bored already. My goodness. Crazy mutt. Okay. Next. Yes, I keep looking at my doggy. Ah. Ever cute, even the it's heart shaped. I don't know if you can see that, but the little seed is heart shaped. Oopsie. They're so tiny. This one I better bury a little bit. Like that. And water it in. That's 2. There. So 4 sprouted. These 2 look like they've gone, but think I'll leave them in the paper towel just a little bit longer. I don't know. He's tied up. I shouldn't worry so much. He doesn't usually bark like that. Alright, so I'll put these guys back in their labeled bag. Just like that. And we'll have a peek at our giant sequoias. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. One. I don't know if you can see it right here. Look at that. It is sprouted. So same as my other ones that I did not cold stratify. One out of all those ones came out too. And that's just so far. You never know, there might be more that'll come out. Oh, looks like might be getting a little bit of mold on them. So what I'll do is the seeds I leave in here, I will put some cinnamon on them. Maybe I'll put a fresh paper towel and then I'll put some cinnamon on them. I know, it must look weird. I'm peeking at everything. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I'll have to break that one off too. He's on there really good. So I have... I have a cold, but I have one giant sequoia that's doing super well. I couldn't be happier. Oh, look at it. So cute. So this guy, I'm going to give one of these to. I had them all in white ones, but they don't have any white ones left. And I've been keeping these guys under the grow lights downstairs where it's cooler. And then the Dawn Redwoods are the Dawn Redwoods are upstairs. So the Dawn Redwoods get a whole lot of sunshine every day. And the very first one that came the very first one that came up is actually starting to get its secondary needles now. And I have to be careful with these giant sequoias. They're pretty picky on how much water they get. So, I'm going to give them a clean piece of paper towel. Still checking my doggy. Makes for a weird video when I keep doing that, but sorry. Okay. To a clean spot over here. And I don't know how to tell if the seeds are viable or not. With the Dawn Redwoods, some of them sink, some of them float. And I can't remember which ones I put in the fridge and which ones I didn't put in the fridge, because one of them was all the sunk ones and one of them was all the floating ones. Ooh, this one looks like it's coming out too. I'll throw this out. Grab out my cinnamon. And that should help curtail any mold that grows. We'll close them back up. And put them back in their bag. So this paper towel method for these types of seeds was way faster. In the pot of soil, it was, I think it was 10 days before that one came out. And this one, 18th, what day is it now? Did I say it was? The 26th? So we're a couple days earlier. And for the giant sequoias, I mean, there's 100 seeds. If I get one from every batch I try to start, I think I'll be happy with that. More than happy with that. They say they have a super, super low germination rate, especially when you don't know when the seeds were collected or any of that information. So I think I'm doing pretty good. I was pretty darn happy with just that one that came up. Never mind. It's like this big now. I'll show you guys in a bit. The other thing I want to do is these lemon seeds. So I don't know how everybody else starts them, but I used to love starting orange seeds when I was a kid. And with the orange seeds, I would let them dry out for a day or two or more, depending on what I was doing. These ones haven't dried out, but I'm going to try doing the lemon seeds the same as I used to do the orange seeds. So if I planted this seed just like this, it never germinated. And I had a teacher at school. He was super cool in high school. And he wanted to start these. He knew he could, and he couldn't get them to work at all. The seeds weren't germinating, so I taught him this way too. He had probably 30 little seedlings on that little ledge in front of the window in his class. It was so cool. He was so happy. So what I normally do is, like, these things have that little layer around them, and I peel that layer off. So you can see under that layer, let's see if I can zoom you guys in. Oops, sorry for the shake. I'm trying to do this in a mirror, so there we go. So I don't know if that's clear, I can't tell. But you can see the seed inside. I know I'm getting that look there and trying to figure out, can I see in the mirror if it's clear over here? And Anyway, so what I do is I peel this whole thing off. And this is how I used to start my oranges. And it peels off like super easily. Even easier if you have fingernails and you can see what you're doing. I'm getting to that age. Just peel that whole thing right off. And this thing is easier to peel when it's dry. So I used to let them sit overnight or wait a day or two to peel them off. And then you're left with just like this little seed here. And that's what I plant. I'm going to put these in here probably. No. I'm going to put these in here. So I'll put a paper towel at the bottom. There's one. Now I'm not saying that this is the completely correct way or all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying it's the only way. I'm simply saying that's the way that I always did it. That worked. And if you're having a hard time and some of the other ways aren't working for you for citrus, you can try it and see if this method is something that'll work for you. I mean, there's tons of different ways out there. And I was never taught that by anybody. Just something I did on my own. And it worked. There was no internet back then. It was only me, some books, my encyclopedia set, and I like to eat oranges. I like to make little scenes with them. I'd get a box and put a plastic bag in the box, fill it with dirt from outside, and then I would put all these little animals in it and put like a little thing that looks like a pond in there, and I would plant my seeds in there. They would grow. Oops. I'm just going to put all these in the same pot. I know this must be boring. Really boring. I'm not even seeing what I'm doing because I forgot to zoom out. Hang on, I'll peel this one and then I'll zoom back out again. Or I'll just move the video down. Let me see. Right there. I'm taking all the little naked seeds now and just putting them in there. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in there so far. This one here, I'm gonna count it as not viable. It doesn't look very healthy. But I have one more healthy looking one. that was also cut by the kids accidentally. But we'll stick that in the center and see what happens. I realize I said but like 100 times there, but you know, but, right? But. I think everybody has a word like that they just overuse. It's usually Your brain needs that slight moment to figure out what's coming next, and it goes and the comes out your mouth. Okay. And that is the method that I use and have been successful with when I was younger. We'll see if it still works. I'm sure there's a billion methods out there now. Billion of them. Let me see if I can zoom out here. Yay! I did it! I zoomed out! Using a mirror to control the camera is very odd. So we have 4 Dawn Redwoods, 1 giant sequoia, and some lemons. Hopefully they all grow for us. And then there's still more there, and how many seeds have I started now? I can't remember. But there's still a lot in those little tiny baggies. So, there's lots more tries. Yeah, that paper towel method worked way better on these seeds. I've never had luck with it on other seeds. Yeah, it's getting dark already. I don't like that. Is it spring yet? How about now? Is it spring now? No, it's not spring yet. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be safe out there.